Welcome to today's session on email etiquette. I'm Dr. David Paul from the Department of English, Christ Jayanti University, Bangalore. Today, I'll be teaching you the etiquettes of email writing. Beyond the classroom, why is professional communication your competitive advantage in the academic and cooperative world? This is something we should deeply think about. Classroom is the place that equips you to extend your life beyond the four walls. You are equipped to be professionally communication expert with competitive advantage in the academic and corporate world when you step out of your classrooms. When you write an email, the first impression is important, and every reader will receive their first impression through three different things. Firstly, subject line. That's be specific. Never use hello or never send with no subject. Use actionable titles like meeting request with the name, question regarding the number, the course code, midterm. Secondly, the second thing that gives the first impression with your email is salutation. Always respect the hierarchy. Dear Professor, and the last name. Avoid hey or hi or the first name unless invited. Or never jump straight into the text. Address first with the right salutation. If you don't know the name or the gender of the person, it's better to just use professor or editor or manager. Why it matters? Because 33% of recipients, receivers open mails based on the subject line alone. It sets the tone for entire interaction. So be specific with your subject line. Subject line creates first impression, and the salutation creates first impression, and the way you address them, not jumping straight into the text, that creates the first impression. Three important things. Moving on to the tone and clarity. Two things I've outlined. One, the professional tone, that is, avoid slang, text speak, and excessive emojis. It's better to avoid emojis completely. Maintain a respectful, neutral, and objective voice. You are writing to a mentor or future employer, not a peer or a friend. Second, the bluff method. Bottom line up front. BLUF, bottom line up front. Always state your purpose immediately. Busy professors and recruiters skim emails. Make your ask clear in the very first sentence. Thirdly, the ask email. For example, if there is a scenario like requesting a recommendation, context, courtesy, and clear deadlines are key. If you just write, can you write me a letter? I need it by Friday, thanks. That's a bad email. So how do you ask for it? Dear Professor X, I hope you're well. I'm applying for the role. Mention the role. Would you consider writing a recommendation based on my work in mention the course? My resume is attached. Always provide the recipient with an out and all necessary materials up front. Highlight everything that you have attached as well. Moving on to the common pitfalls. Three things. One, the attached fail. Always check for the file before hitting send. Many people miss it out. They don't attach and just send the content. Name files professionally again. For example, Smith underscore essay underscore final dot PDF. not doc1 PDF. Always name it in the right way and attach it before you send it. Secondly, timing and patience. Don't expect an instant reply. Wait at least 48 hours before following up politely. Avoid sending emails at 2 a.m. or during the night, apart from the working hours. Third thing is reply all. Use reply all sparingly. Only use when everyone strictly needs to know so that it prevents inbox clutter and potential embarrassment. If you just click reply all, it goes to every other person's email ID mentioned. Here's the impact of errors. How a single casual email affects perception of your ability. Here's the competence perception: 95% clean email, 45% with typos, typing errors. Secondly, attention to detail: 90%. Give attention to details. And thirdly, likelihood to hire. If you give a casual mail, you just have 25% of likelihood to hire. If you give the right email, you have 85% of likelihood to hire, which means the remaining is also about the interview. Choosing your sign off. Always use sincerely if it's formal email. That's best for initial contact, cover letters, formal requests, or addressing superiors you haven't met. Secondly, best regards. This is standard one of closing. The safest bet: professional, polite, and appropriate for professors, colleagues, and most business contexts. Third, just use thanks, which is a casual one, appropriate only after you have established a rapport or for quick ongoing exchanges. Avoid for first emails and professional emails. Your email is your digital handshake. If your email is perfect, it introduces you before you even enter the room. I've given three scenarios: scenario A, scenario B, and a debate. You missed a deadline due to sudden illness. You need to email your professor 2 days late. How do you start? You can work it out when you're free. Scenario B, you disagree with the grade you received on an essay. What is the most strategic tone to take in your email? Thirdly, the debate: is sent from my iPhone ever an acceptable excuse for brevity or typos in a professional context? Thanks for joining today's class, and it's my pleasure to teach you today on email etiquette. Hope it helped. If you have any queries or questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm Dr. David Paul, Department of English, Christo Jayanti University, Bangalore, signing off. Thank you.